Looking at the euro pound here on the daily time frame, you can see that price is apex out up there, and now we're moving back down. And it looks like we're seeing price in really kind of a nice box pattern here altogether, just in this general area right here, with the low being down here right around 87.50 down to about 86.49, and the top being this nice little supply zone, purple supply zone here at 89.81 up to about 90.46. So I really feel like this is a range play, and price seems to be respecting this the top of the range here one more time. So uh, if this market is moving to the downside, and I believe that the trend has really changed on this market. It has been up, but this thing is starting to push to the downside. So if this is the beginning of a new downtrend, then this is a wonderful area to be looking to the short side, taking it out of supply and pushing it back down into these lows, looking for those lows to break, and then you're into a wonderful downwards move down into the next demand zone just below where the bottom is here. So could be a wonderful shorting period, especially for a swing trade type of position, as we are on the extreme of the range. And again, if this is a new forming downtrend, then a great place to do this. However, if it's not, you have a relatively small stop out size compared to what your profit target is, and you know it's really not a bad opportunity at all in this general area here. Looking at the 60-minute time frame, you can see that again, this is the daily zone here that price has just barely peaked into, and actually did it just a couple times here over the past day. Now it's coming out of there. Now on the 60-minute time frame, we have a really big 60-minute supply zone up here that price has actually been in a couple times here, actually more than a couple, because it's brown. So we know that when we have a brown or chocolate zone, price has actually been in here quite a few times. And so we can see that, again, this is just really good supply, price coming out of this area. And then on the flip side, let's go ahead and look at demand. All right, so here is the daily demand zone, this green rectangle that I transposed from the daily time frame. And you can see inside that big daily zone, we have basically 3 different zones inside of there. Okay, so we have a support zone on the top, which is nice and new in this aqua color, as well as a couple others. And I would like to see how price responds to this aqua zone down here, right around the 87.40 down to about the 87.33 area. I really want to see price bounce off of that zone and to see what's going to happen down there. And I would like to see price kind of range around in this general area from supply down to demand this coming week. Looking at the euro dollar here on the daily time frame, we've been watching this one for the past well, for actually several years here, but as you can see, prices come down here, and at this point down here, we actually define this as being in a new downtrend. Now, look at what has happened here over the past little bit. I would say over the past week, we've seen price retest supply, and as it's touching supply, this could be a wonderful short if we truly are in a new downtrend type of move, and be looking for price to again push into these new lows here and potentially break the new lows. So this coming week, I'm looking for price to do exactly that. I'm looking for price to move down here into the 115.83 zone that we have down here, acting as really good demand, and I would like to see this move continue to play out here. Now, it may take a little bit of a jostle period, you know, and to come back down, but that's what I like to see happen overall this coming week on this market, because I feel that this market has told us through the price action that it is now in a new downtrending type of market action, and I really want to see how strong this low is down there. Looking at the 60-minute time frame, you can see that price just formed a new little resistance level here, dropped out of that zone, and it looks like it's going to be continuing on to the downside here. But again, uh, we have two new resistance zones forming, one inside the big daily zone, one outside, and this just is very typical for price looking to reverse back down in the form of the new downtrend. Okay, so that's really what I'm looking to have happen this week, and just it's just really interesting to see what resistance we have inside this daily zone. And on the flip side, let's go ahead and look at demand. Okay, let's look at what support levels are inside the big daily demand zone that we saw on our bigger time frame. Okay, so here is the demand zone, the top and the bottom, and inside that demand zone we have 1, 2, 3 zones that interface with that zone or are in confluence with that zone. Now I'm looking at the edge of that daily demand zone just because there's this nice little aqua level right there. Like to see price come and bounce down on there. Now, again, this is a Euro USD, so this move could take longer than the week, but I would like to see it start to move down towards daily demand, and we will see what happens this coming week.